Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. This is a show where I talk about a lot of VHS tapes, a lot of VHS culture, a lot of retro movies, games, comics, cartoons, music, the writing life, and a bunch of other stuff that affects me in a nerdy way. On this episode, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I've been watching this week, because I do watch a lot of streaming. I watch a heck of a lot of YouTube, so like yourself, thank you. I appreciate it. But I've been watching movies as well by the metric ton. I've revisited 5 tapes this week amidst all the modern stuff that, it happens sometimes. So I revisited 5 tapes this week. I had a bit of a double bill one night. I bought these 2 tapes on eBay together, and I thought I'd revisit them together. I've seen these years and years ago. It's Runestone and The Vineyard, and very different movies, but these were very minty, by the way. I know they're mass market sell-through tapes, but I like these. I always love the cover on The Vineyard, always love the cover on the Runestone. Now, I still love those covers, but I don't love this. This is so dull. Runestone is very, very, very boring, a remarkably boring VHS horror movie, so that is disappointing. But Vineyard is barking mad. It's completely insane. It is quite wonderful, but it is completely insane. But one of the greatest things about this is James Hong. It stars James Hong. You have seen him in many things if you know the 80s and 90s movies that we love. And this is literally about a vineyard that can produce an elixir that gives eternal life. And when the effects wear off, you turn into a haggard old beast. And yeah, he needs victims to keep this vineyard going. But it is really, really cool, really weird, and there's some nice sequences, in particular with James Hong when he's wearing prosthetics, and the prosthetics aren't that great, but his performance sells them. It's really interesting to see how he did it. So that was a good double bill for one night, and I did rewatch Mallrats. How could I not? I've been going through a bit of not a Kevin Smith resurgence, but I'm remembering why I love this stuff in the first place. And it came up because I've been showing the kids, I've been playing the kids episodes of Comic Book Men. I used to work in a comic book store, and I get kind of nostalgic for it sometimes, even though it was not a great place to work, not a great job. I didn't really enjoy it that much, but that was a lifetime ago now. But yeah, Mallrats reminds me more than Clerks, I would say, because I worked in a comic shop in a shopping centre. Did read my book about that, Bagged and Boarded. It reminds me very much of that experience, and a lot of the people in there remind me of people that we would often run into in the comic book store. Unfortunately, it has to be said, I never ran into Stan Lee at the shopping centre I worked in. But yeah, it's not his most beloved of movies, and I know many film lovers have an opinion on Kevin Smith. But I love him dearly, and I relate to his characters really, really deeply, especially in the Clerks, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, and Clerks 2, which I maintain is his best thing he's ever done. Clerks 3 was okay. Didn't really need to be made. Personally, I could have done without it, but Clerks 2 was perfect. But Mallrats has great soundtrack. It's got some really crude jokes and crude humour, and that it really sums up your life when you spend a lot of it inside a shopping mall. So yeah, I'm glad I revisited that. That was a lot of fun. So on to new arrivals. Before I get to the tapes, these arrived today. I got some more repros for my new pad. I got basket case. I love basket case, and I got the original art poster for Creepazoids, the Empire movie. So this doesn't actually feature anyone that's in the movie. So Linnea Quigley's in it, if anyone remembers the movie, and it is a knockoff of Alien, with a just set on Earth in like a laboratory, because that's what the budget allowed for. So it's Earth based, but it is very, very much in the vein of Alien and Aliens. And I rewatched that night before last, and was surprised, to be honest, how well it holds up. I remember it being kitsch and a bit silly, and marvellously silly. And I do still love it for that, but I was really surprised that some of the quality of it, yet some of the effect sequences are a bit ridiculous and very cheap and a bit hokey, but I loved it so much that I did rewatch it on an original copy that I've just retrieved from eBay. So I'm stroking tapes for I look like such a strange person. But this arrived. It's in great condition, and I must say, I think I've bought from the seller before or someone very much like them, because these are one of the sellers that have started including with videotapes bags of silica gel, that keeps stuff dry. That's a really good idea. It helps fend off the tape mold. So it's not the cleanest copy in the world. There's some like marks on it and stuff, but I'm really pleased to have this back in the collection. This is one of my favourite tapes I had in the collection, because look at the spine, it just looks so good. Creepazoids. It's only like 75 minutes long or so it doesn't hang around very often. And yeah, you do see the creature on the front and you do see the baby, but you don't see them rendered in such fine style as you do on the artwork, it has to be said. But I'm really glad I revisited that. And the other one I revisited this week is another new arrival. There have been a lot of new arrivals, and I Zone Troopers the other week and so on, and there may be accidentally some more because I may have got a bit eBay happy while inebriated one night, so there may be a few more coming yet. Oh dear. T-shirts, posters, VHS, who knows what else will turn up. We shall find out, won't we, together? We'll find out together, and you'll find out on here. But I picked up the Stendhal Syndrome, Dario Argento movie that stars Asia Argento, his daughter, and I really love this. This is a quality Giallo-style thriller. I know it has its detractors, as do most things that I enjoy. People tend to not enjoy crap as much as I do, but I kind of thrive on it. So yeah, Stendhal Syndrome is a syndrome where people that suffer from it are frozen in place by beauty. Like, they are literally like agog at beautiful things, and it's a very cleverly plotted thing. Very Giallo. Of course, it's Argento, not one of Argento's finest, but it's got Asia Argento in it, and I like Asia Argento, not gonna lie. But that was a really good watch as well, so that was a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me for this little look through what I've been watching this week. That's the VHS stuff anyway. I've been watching a lot of stuff on streaming as well, but that's the stuff you're here for, isn't it? It's the tapes. But I've been finding a lot of weird old movies on the free services. If you have a Fire Stick or a Fire TV, look up free services like Foursome and go deep into those things. You will find some of the weirdest shit you'd not believe. It is so cool. But that's what I've been doing this week, and I've been playing a lot of guitar and preparing for some stuff that I will talk about soon. And yes, of course, there will be another episode of Planet Hex at the weekend, which will be the full-length one. This is just a bit of a roundup of what I've been watching, and to round up all the arrivals that have been coming left, right and centre. What else has arrived? Anything else? No, I think that's it for now, but there will be some more in the next episode, no doubt. So I'm looking at some cons this year. If you know of any conventions that I... not just to go to as selling books and so on and talking about tapes, but if there's any that are just fun to go to, please do list them down in the comments below. That would be hugely appreciated. And look out for the next episode of Planet Hexa this weekend. Please do like and subscribe, and look out for the next episode of the VHS Ate My Brain podcast as well. That is coming soon as well. Yeah, that's coming back as well. Back up to speed now. There's going to be a podcast each week. There's going to be 2 Planet Hex episodes each week. Maybe more if I can fit them in, but we shall have to see about that. So, but for now, thank you for watching this episode of Planet Hex.